All right. It's Good Morning Batavia. This time we're on YouTube. Having problems with Facebook. They're trying their live producer and just doesn't seem to be working for me. So go back to what I began with. Earlier this week, I received a notice from the Department of Human Services telling me a little about my background growing up in Rochester, New York. Give you an idea, I was premature. I was born in a house, not a hospital. Let's see. I have four other brothers. One of my brothers has his birthday on the same day as I do, only 6 years earlier. Interesting, to say the least. I had two different foster homes, one in Pavilion, one in Rochester. All my foster mothers have passed away. The last one being Mrs. Reese in 2009. So, interesting life thus far. Can't really complain about it. I was doing some thinking about it last night. What do I want to do for the future? Do I want to meet the rest of my family? And the answer is no. I don't want to meet no one. I just want to be left alone till I die when I'm alone. So I'll give you another brief synopsis out of this thing here. We'll start with this part here. There is no identified or agitated father listed for you in the case record. The record mentioned that a family member speculated your birth father was Billy Wilson. However, another entry stated Dolores' longtime boyfriend, Leslie or Lester Parker, was your father. Dolores had 6 sons. Roger, also known as Henry, he was born 7/25/55. Layton, 6/25/56. Novellis, 5/4/57. So they're all within a few years, except for 55, 56, 57. Andre, also known as Audrey, 59. John, 60, and I am 62. So I'm the youngest of the four of the family. So I have 5 other brothers besides myself. There is mention that Roger, Layton, and Novellis were adopted by Lily and her husband. It appears that John was periodically cared for by Dolores. Lily and her husband later took care of John for a time, but were unable to continue due to his needs and their age and medical issues. Throughout your placement in foster care, they were unable to provide care for you due to their age and needs. That's all right. You were born prematurely at 34 weeks at Dolores' home at 88 Manhattan Street in Rochester, and then taken to the hospital. Upon discharge from the hospital, you were in Dolores' care. At the time, it appears that she also had John in her care. Both the older boys had been in the care of Meriwether since they were born. In 9162, you were briefly placed in foster care where Dolores was being evicted and said she had nowhere to go, and you were returned to her on 9762. So I started out in rough shape. But I was healthy though. I guess that's pretty good. And 10/10/62, you're placed in foster care. Dolores did not want to care for a baby, had been drinking, and there was questions of physical neglect. You were placed in foster home at Corthia Durham at 1050 South Plymouth Avenue in Rochester through SPC, previously named the Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Children. The agency is now known as SPCC, the Society of Protection and Care of Children. You were in foster care until you turned 21. Let's go up to the Williams house. This is all from 62 and 66. Caseworker Anne Marie Carroll described you as a very attractive and appealing 3-year-old boy. You continue to grow and make progress in the Osby foster home. I was in 4 homes. So in 1966, I began living with Edward and Idella Williams. So around 67, I would have started kindergarten. Yeah, at Pavilion Central. Makes no sense though. They just threw me right in school. I had surgery for a undescended testicle, and I was not adopted. I was a foster child. So that's basically the synopsis of the whole thing. So as you can tell, my life wasn't perfect, but I made it through that far. Excuse me. I made it through that far, so quite happy with it. So let's see what time it is. 10:26. We'll last for 4 more minutes. Take it down to bottom of the hour. I have to go to Save a Lot, grab some food, beginning to clean because it looks like we're going to be going back to work this week, which I could handle. But I am going to be looking for a new job. I just have had enough of hard labor like that. I want an office job. Actually, I'd like to work here in my what am I trying to say? I would like to work on computer, something like that. So we'll see what happens. I think I'm gonna make it an early show today. Find out what happened to Facebook and their live producer. That thing just doesn't seem to want to work. I'm not a big fan of it anyways. If it doesn't go live. Doesn't want to switch to the previous version. But that's why I like YouTube. It's not really much to it in YouTube. It's like they want you to record. Facebook makes things so difficult. It's not even really worth. It's just not worth using anymore, unless you. Let's see here. Unless you want to upgrade every other hour, which I don't want to do, and I'm not going to do. So we'll leave it at that. So we'll start using YouTube for live streaming, and we'll just post on Facebook. How's that sound? That works a little better. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call it a day, and maybe see you tomorrow morning. Let you know what's going on. Anyways, for Good Morning Batavia on this partly sunny, snowy Saturday, I'm your host, Jason Reese. Have a nice day and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.